we join our heroes locked in a battle of wits.
Wheels on the bus go round and round. They not like us. Net player Wi-Fi. Boogie Woogie.
Damn it, Jim. Quit it with the ice puns.
Come on, brother. You need to chill out.
Do you not have any other battle lines?
Yes, deeper. I want you to take that black beast and till I it. I want you to stretch my little.
Please
with your
stop.
big
Please.
fat-
Let's fight somewhere less populated, Vegeta.
I know just the place. A land void of life for our fated battle.
Yeah, we're never getting any Bandai Namco sponsors.
I don't usually fight kids.
What? Scared you're gonna get your blood on that musty-ass coat?
You saying I don't know Clay?
Hey man, y'all gonna fix this window?
You got window money?
Alright,
Dip the mashed potato, gobble, chicken nugget, biscuit in the barbecue sauce. Yum, yum, gimme! Chicken nugget, biscuit, nugget in a biscuit, nugget, biscuit, nugget in a biscuit, nugget, biscuit, nugget in a biscuit.
Another tournament for me to save my timeline. Bring me my first opponent! Looks like it's me, and I guess I'll just warn you now. No one has beaten me in this tournament, so... What is this? Bring me a worthy challenger! Sub-Zero. Superman. What's good, Dude, I haven't seen you since Injustice 2. How are you doing? Oh, man, you look good, bro. How you doing? Oh, my God, this is awesome. What are you doing here? I'm in this tournament to save my timeline, of course. Ah, I see. Dude, honestly, this tournament has been insane so far. Superman! Oh, hell no! Wait, I'm sorry. I thought it was a fight. Did I mess... Dude, someone hit me pretty hard, but, Sub-Zero? I think he's down. Okay, I'm gonna go, but I think your next opponent is here, so, bye. Come on, bring me someone strong! Oh, you really thought I would be down from that? How the hell are you here? I froze you! Ice melts, you exaggerated popsicle stick!
You must be the Dragon Warrior. Yes! Finally! Thank you! Almost makes me want to spare you. I'm going to take your chi, then the chi of every panda. Listen, there will be time for introductions later. But first, tell me, Stan, are there any security breaches? Does anyone else know about this portal? The what? Okay, it's all right. We've got a while before they find this room. We just need to lay low and think of a plan. I have some questions about all this myself, Stanley. Wait, you took my name? What have you been doing all these years, you knucklehead? Are you sure? You don't seem to understand. Earth isn't yours to conquer. That's why we're here. To keep them from resisting. To show them how wrong they are. How pointless it is. That they can be a part of something bigger. Or die. You want to die for this planet? Fine. What's 17 more years? I can always start again. Make another kid. Why did you make me do this? You're fighting so you can watch everyone around you die. Think, Mark. You'll outlast every fragile, insignificant being on this planet. You'll live to see this world crumble to dust and blow away. Everyone and everything you know will be gone. What will you have after 500 years?
He licks the buttons on the controller that control the movements in the game, which means he only uses his tongue to play. When he was a child, he fell off his bike and his body was paralyzed except for his tongue. Now he uses it to control the movements in the game. Unfortunately, this technology has arrived in the "yo, what the fuck" kind of game.
Fart noises, chicken rockets.
What's your name?
Steve.
I got 100 on my dash. Got name in the grab bags for my.
You ever wonder what happens when you mix hot lava and chicken?
Hello, Quandale Dingle here. I was caught running thy opposition's pockets in the streets of London. My grandfather, Henry Arthur Zinky Nuts, was apprehended in a matter of minutes after trying to rob a fish and chip shop. My acquaintance, Henry Bartholomew Dingle Nuts, was spotted giving his father's lemonade hose twisty wisties. What incarnations? I forgot to dispose of my feces and made a big whoopsie in my diaper wipey. I beg of your pardons.
Alright, if you heard Deegis's video, you might remember this guy right here.
Hi, you just watched a cool cartoon clip of the cool autistic gamer 774. Subscribe for more and hit a like if you like.
Yes, that was a real clip. The cool autistic gamer. But this guy's been basically doing elaborate psyops. I have a theory. Not that he's voiced by one of the show's creators, or that they're setting this up as a weird ARG. No, motherfucker, why the fuck does it sound like Vince Desi off of Running with Scissors? You know, the motherfuckers who made Postal? Why the fuck? Why do I only hear his voice? Hey, Vince Desi here. I'm gonna piss in your mouth now.
How many of these weaklings do I have to waste my energy to kill? You think I'm a weakling? Well, holy shit. What are you supposed to be? I'm Batman. Looks like I'm your next opponent. Huh? Opponent? No. This is a mistake. Give me my right opponent. I don't think this is a mistake here. It literally says I'm fighting you next. Okay, I don't know if you know this, but I'm supposed to be fighting, like, other people, not demons that were sent from hell. Demon? I'm human. You're a normal human. How old are you? 21. Jesus Christ almighty. Well, wait. If you're a normal human, then that means you can fall just by my lasers. What? You deflected it? Yeah, I did. I might have learned a couple techniques from this tournament. You know what? Fine. I haven't been able to do this at all in the tournament. If that didn't work, then I'll just try the old-fashioned way. Oh my god! Oh, Jesus Christ! You are not normal! What the... How the fuck did you hit me? I'm gonna enjoy this, Homelander.
This is legendary British musician Damon Albarn. This is the Suzuki Omnichord OM300 synthesizer. And this is the keyboard preset that went on to sell 1.2 million copies worldwide. If you take the OM300 and press the Rock 1 button located here, it'll make this noise.
You open your mouth.
Okay.
It's Gorilla Glue! I glued your mouth shut! What are you saying, Daddy? Gorilla got your tongue?
Hey, I don't know what the fuck you're saying. Open your mouth and talk.
Oh, it's time to do laundry. Yeah, fuck that.
I didn't know you were Mexican.
Making beats based on my followers' profile pictures.
These three would absolutely destroy you. No way! Nah, you're right, that's overkill. One of them could take you. What? Honestly, I'd just throw you in the ring against Buttercup. She always wants to smoke. I am the perfect life form. Actually, you're really not, and the Powerpuff Girls are a prime example of just how fucking weak you are. First of all, let's talk speed. You can technically break the sound barrier. That's a pretty cool feat. The Powerpuff Girls can be anywhere on the planet in a matter of seconds, which puts them at near light speed. The fuck? Second, strength. You're super strong. You're able to pulverize most squishy people, and you can lift airplanes, but, the Powerpuff Girls can lift literal mountains. I bet I could lift a mountain and a half. I've just never tried it before. Not only that, last I checked, you need oxygen. They can survive the vacuum of space! Alright, no, none of that matters though. I'll just use heat vision to defeat them, because that moves as fast as light. They also have heat vision, and they can tank one another's heat vision, so they can probably tank yours. There's literally no weapon that could defeat me, though. What evidence do you have that they could? Well, going based off the TV show, Queen Maeve was able to injure you at one point. Even if it was just a small injury, it was still an injury nonetheless. So, what do you think would happen if a Powerpuff Girl, flying at the speed of light, made direct contact with your body without stopping? Oh. You may be a knockoff Superman, but you are hands down the weakest knockoff Superman in all of fiction.
Dear all trick-or-treaters, I'm coming back for that ass. If I ain't get that butt last year, then this year's getting smashed. I ain't pulling up in no granny costume, that shit hard to run in. I'm pulling up in a tracksuit and we really gonna get this fun in. What the fuck?
Yeah. Golden. I have issues in my colon. Can't eat cheese, that right was stolen. Shout out Poland. I am a king, you are a bug. A slide on my ops, I'm a dangerous thug. If I was a caveman, my name would be Grog. I quite like my bed, it's cozy and snug. Getting money is my hyperfixation. Music on YouTube, viral sensation. You're all my minions, illumination. I need ADHD medication. Rappity rap. Whenever I jump, you will hear a clap. One punch from me, permanent nap. Have you heard I can't eat cheese? It hurts my tummy. Seriously, it isn't funny. I'm shitting surrounded by money. Oh, IBS is all I'm feeling inside of me like a demon, specifically in the bowel region. Oh, chronic bowel pain drives me insane. Just let me eat cheese. My bars are crazy. I'm like Jay-Z, but with Crohn's disease.
What are you up to? I'm playing Mario World for the first time! Let's Smash instead! Smash Brothers doesn't come out for 5 years! What's Smash Brothers?
To conclude, here's a rare interview with a factory employee on why they all elect to not wear gloves during the sandwich assembly process.
I know it sounds crazy, but whenever I touch these sandwiches, and you're gonna laugh at me, you're gonna think I'm nuts, you're gonna think I'm crazy. When I touch these sandwiches, I feel the hands of every person who's touched them before me and after me. And I feel this jolt of like friggin' lightning or something from my head to the tip of my you-know-what. Sometimes while I'm grabbing these sandwiches with my bare hands, I just can't help but throw my head back in ecstasy and moan. So whenever I go out and talk to chicks, the chicks say to me, "What do you do?" And I say, "Yes, I do grab sandwiches with my bare hands at a factory." And don't laugh at me. I feel like a spirit, like an orb, shoot through my body every time I grab a sandwich. You know, a lot of people laugh at me, they beat me up, they give me black eyes, they broke my nose 4 times. You know, because I just like to make sandwiches and I get bullied about it, and I get bullied for it. And they pull my underwear up and doo-doo feces does fall out because of how hard they pull. But will I stop grabbing sandwiches with my bare hands and moving them down the assembly line? Absolutely freaking not, if you know what I mean. Like, no, the answer is no way. This is the only thing that brings my life joy. And you could beat me up, you can threaten to kill me, you can dox me, you can come to my house in a black SUV. I'm not gonna stop doing this. I love the people of this country, I love giving them soggy sandwiches, and no, I'm not gonna stop.
What the fuck was that?
This is a music box.
Freddy Plushie, jump scare. Should've spun my box, bro, Chacho.
Skidoosh.
Wow, you're a dog!
I'm a rabbit.
You're a very lanky looking dog.
Rabbit.
You got weird dog ears, dog.
Are you stupid?
Only a little.
Okay.
Dog!
You're from the future, huh? What's the racing scene like? I'm an immortal legend by then, right?
Sorry, but on March 10th, 2045, you were gunned down in the streets of Brazil by a rival drug cartel.
Ha! Good one! I said good one. Silver? Oh, come on, man, say psych!
Hello?
Peace out, man. Oi.
Why you built like a Walmart grocery cart with no wheels talking about you packing somebody? Bro, your mic's so cheap it came free with a box of cereal. Headset built like a spider web. You over there looking like the loading screen for bad decisions. If you don't get your crusty dust or rusty musty...
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory.
Alright, go down! There! This one. Okay, you're mine. I'm not done. Ravage now! Useless. Saw that. Too slow. That thing's green! Alright, level up. Green! Courses through me.
Giant enemy spider. It's fragile and I literally just dropped it from a plane. Run, bitch! Run! What the shit, granddad?
Sister shut off the Wi-Fi during a Fortnite match, so I burned her alive. I didn't get any treats for Halloween, so I got everyone in my neighborhood pregnant. My stepdad coughed at my frog's funeral, so I shoved hot pebbles up his asshole while he slept. I got kidnapped by 2 of my high school bullies, so I summoned 200 femboys to fight for me. My classmate beat me in Kahoot and stole my Jolly Rancher, so I tied him to a tree, skinned him alive, and shoved 67 raccoons up his ass.
Sister stole my pencil, so I burned her alive.
My math teacher gave us extra homework, so I low-key had to launch her into a volcano.
My little brother made a 6'7" joke, so I made him get run over by a train.
Damn you, Torodotchi! Motherfucker set the fog on me! Next thing I know, some fucking insane truck drivers are gonna show up and, you know, kidnap me. But hey, I think I'm way too deep in Persona 4 to question this shit now. By the way, not a visual effect, by the way. It's actually just foggy. And shit. I'm out of breath. I ran. But yeah. Would not be surprised if a fucking Persona just showed his ass up. Oh my god, is that Barack Obama?
So, this is a tournament of power or some shit? Whatever. Yeah, it is. Just be careful when you're going around. The guys here are insanely strong. Ah! I don't need help from you, peasant. Jason! You killed Jason! I'll kill you for that! Ah! What is up with all this cannon fodder I'm getting? I'm Homelander. If it's this easy, I can't wait to rule the universe. What? You're not ruling the universe. Who are you, Mr. Underpants? The winner of the tournament fights Darkseid, and whoever that winner is, if they lose, the entire multiverse is cooked. The whole timeline is getting wiped out. What? Yeah, I don't know what you were told before you got brought here, but you gotta lock in. Well, how about I just kill you and then I'll kill the rest of them? I see. So you're like one of the strongest here, huh? I mean, I'm one of them, yeah. One? Of them? Dude, just look at those guys over there. You sure you want to do this? You're kind of weak. You know what? Doesn't matter. I honestly want to test and see how strong I am. I can't wait to just kill as many of these insignificant peasants, piles of garbage, that I can! Well, your next fight's coming up right now, so good luck. You're gonna need it. Fine then. Who am I fighting? Ah! What the fuck was that? Was your hand a fucking hammer? Listen, man, I really don't want to beat you this badly, but wait. Gotta save the multiverse, so... Oh, hell no! Oh, you're so weak!
One of the coolest things about having a TV VCR combo today is being able to put modern media on VHS. So, is it practical putting Yu-Gi-Oh! Darkside Dimensions on VHS? No. Is it the highest quality viewing experience? No, but it does satisfy that nostalgic itch in my brain caused by eldritch beings.
Let's go!
Ooh. Yeah.
Whoa! What a tasty treat! I did it! Just what I needed. Ow! Open salami. Oh yeah. Thank you very much.
Yo, ow!
Here I come. Take this. Take that. Here we go!
Let's do this.
Oh, isn't this a happy episode? Can't wait for this one to get suggested against all those Disney toy unboxing videos. Anyway, let's cheer things up a bit. Here's a cute picture of a sloth. Oh, he's such a cutie. Oh, look at this guy. All right, back to crack.
I'm not the killer. Shadow Bonnie is actually Darkiplier.
Also, I'm Dream's father.
And then I open up Double Stuff and I'm like, oh, look at that thick layer of cream in there. I want that thickness inside my
And don't overdo it. Watch your calories.
Don't you tell me how many calories I need, bitch!
Not suitable for children or those who are easily disturbed. Something tells me this literature club ain't gonna be too good for my health. Welcome to Literature Club. It's a pleasure meeting you. You got purple hair. You're probably evil. Thank you for all standing in order of tallest to shortest, and also biggest boobs to smallest boob. I appreciate that. That's really welcome. Got the family and doop boop booby doo. Doop boodle doop doodle doodle doop. Email. Ah, shit. Okay. Okay, everyone, shut your traps. Ding dong, bing bong. Time to read your poems. Here, Monica doth decree that it's time. Whoa. What the hell? Wait. Whoa. Without that music. Doesn't a hot cup of tea and help you enjoy a good book? I don't trust you, Yuri. That's good enough for me. What about you, Yuri? Yuri? She's still sulking. She's dead inside. Just like everybody else is gonna be dead on the outside. I wrote butthole on one, just in case someone's favorite word is butthole. You never know. Aardvark for people who enjoy the beginning of a dictionary, you know. Oh, Markiplier for people that don't want a cupcake. Anyway, I saved. I'm gonna go with Monica. I know Sayori's probably needs me by her side right now, but... What's this? I flipped to Sayori's poem. It's one that I haven't read before. Oh. I changed my mind. I'm gonna go get Sayori. I'm gonna go get Sayori. Sayori, wake up, dummy. There's no response. I gently open the door. Oh. I don't like this. You've unlocked a special poem. Would you like to read it? Sure. Yeah. Stare at the dot. I don't trust this. I'm staring at the dot. Don't you fucking dare jump scare me. Don't do it. Oh, I love you. Oh. Here, take it. I can't wait any longer. Hurry, read it. Oh. Ooh, urine and blood. I'm pretty sure this is urine and blood. Oh, hey, hey. Oh, wow. Do I like it? No, I don't like that at all.
Garama!
Pozole.
All the waking slowed down.
Yo, swiper, no swiping! Put it back!
And I wasn't eating as much. But I was still finding ways to sneak food and eat the way that I wanted.
Sneak food? Shorty, you just stole your whole family dinner. You must think you Luigi finna power up eating a whole pack of lasagna. You is not a Mario brother. Put it back!
It's been like 10 years since I weighed myself.
Damn! You
Cameraman, stop showing my man yaps, man. Chill. I know it. I know he got them yams, but chill. What that say? COP? What does that mean? Severely overweight patient?
This looks like we don't have a reading. It gives me a stop sign.
You know it's bad when the scale starts speaking English.
And I mentally prepared myself for this because it's gonna be a hard experience for me.
Nigga, you walk 2 steps.
Oh, God. I know that I'm dangerously overweight. My body retains water.
Bro. Okay, Aqua nigga, so you just 700 pounds of water, huh? What happened? Did you just swallow the ocean by accident? Are you Badlands Chugs?
I am sad to share with you that we just lost a huge icon that I know meant so much to both our lives, and that is America Online Dial-Up.
You've got mail.
If you weren't alive in the early 2000s, then you may not know that your internet used to come through a literal telephone cord that you plugged into your computer. And once you logged on, you could check your mail, the weather, or chat with random people across the country. A lot of creepers. And you might have thought that this went extinct a long time ago, but AOL has actually been quietly maintaining the service to like 10,000 customers this whole time. Mostly rural folks who, instead of getting their news from an app like the one you're using, would log on through this weird portal and see everything here. But just last week, this service was finally retired for good. So join me in a moment of silence for our old friend, America Online.
This chicken is cold.
I bought a property in Egypt.
Hey, yo, chill the fuck out, yo.
We pop out at 1 in the morning. You really wanna know this kind of life never boring. She
Tung 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 sahur. Ballerina cappuccina.
Stand ready for my arrival.
Chicken jockey.
Adrian, explain our friend. Bro's got X-ray vision for me.
Hey, dude, man. I'm a dude. Chicken stars. Go! Burrito torpedo.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game.
Now, another strategy that I'd use was to always hide my money. It's nobody's goddamn business how many orange $500 bills I have stashed away. You put your money in your pocket, hide it in your shoe.
Hell, shove it up your asshole if you're comfortable with it. Because there's nothing wrong with
Hiding a bunch of fake money in a body cavity. That's what the professionals do.
Everybody else kept their money tucked under the board, just sitting there on display. You'd have David over there
hoarding all his money like there's another Great Depression right around the corner.
Then Michael, on the other hand, is going through all his money like a drug addict.
It's 20 minutes into the game.
All his properties are mortgaged.
The only money he's pulling in is the random chance cards that he
Picks up.
Suck dick for money. Collect $15.
Ooh, it's my lucky day.
I don't think there's a single person in this world that I hate.
Except for the Manny Show.
He still uploads the same dog shit he has been uploading for fucking years. Oh my god, fuck the Manny Show.
Oh, she's so cute! I'm so gay!
Fuck at school.
I saw you. I walked in on you opening the fridge, putting your fucking dick in the milk. I never get milk. And the one time I do, there's fucking pubic hair all over the rim.
Think it's time I got some recognition, don't you think? Legend of Zelda? True that. Legend of Link.
To the I, to the N, to the K. Wears tights every day, don't give a damn what you say. Got bigger balls than even evil can evil. And he ain't gonna stop till the world is free of evil.
I'll break all your pots and I best not hear your bitches. I've got the Triforce of courage, bitch, so you better listen. That's right. Call the bush, whack her in my bank account's maxed out. Got 999 rupees in my leather wallet's packed now. Can't back down, his slack now. The world needs me to attack now. And I'm forced to pay up the ass for these bombs in Castletown. Just give me some hot containers and let me spin on my ocarina, so I can kick that dumbass cannon all the way to Argentina.
L to the I, to the N, to the K. Wears tights every day, don't give a damn what you say. Got bigger balls than even evil can evil. And he ain't gonna stop till the world is free of evil.
You want a race, Mr. Sonic?
How the hell did you get in here? What the? Ah, come on! I swear I told you guys entries were closed. Did you really try to pull the same trick twice?
Do you have a helmet I can borrow?
Bill Cipher and other shows. A lot of you probably know about the time Alex Hirsch voiced Bill Cipher on The Simpsons. But did you know that the Dream Demon himself also made a cameo in the intro for the final episode of season 34? And keeping on the theme of adult animation, there are plenty of Gravity Falls references in Rick and Morty. But in this instance, they specifically referenced Bill. In a particularly funny instance, a drawing of Bill Cipher can be seen on the handrail during an episode of the historical documentary series American Ride. This drawing wasn't drawn by a fan, it was actually drawn by Alex Hirsch himself, as he coincidentally put it there for the Mystery Tour 2013. That GF fan has a great video on it. Bill Cipher can also be seen in DuckTales here. He's in this claw machine in Big City Greens. Basically, all of the cast of Gravity Falls gets referenced in this episode of Amphibia, which was basically just one big homage to Gravity Falls. And of course, designs of Bill Cipher show up around in it. Also in Amphibia, he shows up in a book Marcy's drawing in. He shows up on a wall in Inside Job. He possibly shows up in the Owl House. And Bill Cipher makes an appearance on this cover of Howard the Duck #4. And finally, he shows up in the 5th installment of The Babysitters Club.
Anime is so overrated.
Why does it always have to be those stupid Demon Hunter fans?
So first, stuff we have. This guy named Goku, apparently.
Wait, huh? Hey, look, Vegeta! A girl's trying to hit on me!
The fuck? No, she's not!
The father of anime, the only father he is the father of being annoying.
She's not wrong!
Like all he does is just scream and turn a different color.
I mean, I don't scream for fun. I just do it because it's necessary. Here, I'll show you. Ah! Hold on, that reminds me. We forgot to touch tips.
Like hell I'm fusing with you again! What's good?
Like ugh and don't get me started on Luffy. The only reason he's so powerful is because he got lucky and ate a fruit. And how does that make sense?
You would know if you actually watched the series.
How does a fruit make you powerful? Like WHAT. This is why K-pop Demon Hunters is better.
Your delusions crack me up. Yo, listen, unless you want people talking shit about you, you should low-key shut the fuck up.
And I don't want to talk about that little Naruto at all. And, finally, we have Bleach.
Oh, so we're talking about the big three now.
It's literally named after a cleaning product. Do I need to explain more?
You're lucky I have friends who watch that movie. Otherwise, I would commit a crime.
Anyways, soda popper out.
Yeah, sure, whatever. Let's hope I don't run into your bum ass again.
Hold me close till I get up. Time is barely on our side. I don't wanna waste what's left. The storms we chase are leading us, and love is all we'll ever trust. Yeah, no, I don't wanna waste what's left. And on we'll go. Through the highways, till my shadow turns to sun rays. And on we'll go. Through the wastelands, through the highways. And on
Everyone knows Mario is cool as fuck.
Okay, first of all, horrible.
But who knows what he's thinking? Who knows why he crushes turtles?
To save the princess? Also gross.
And why do we think of him as fondly as we think of the mythical, non-existent Dr. Pepper, perchance?
You can't just say perchance.
I believe it is Kant who said, experience without theory is blind, but theory without experience is mere intellectual play. Mario exhibits experience by crushing turtles all day, but he exhibits theory by Satan.
Let's go. Keep it up, baby.
When Mario leaves his place of safety to stomp a turtle,
No.
he knows that he may die. And yet, for a man who can purchase lives with money, a life becomes a mere store of value.
Okay.
A tax that can be paid for, as much as a rich man feels any law, with a fine as a prize.
Fine.
We think of Mario as a hero, but he is simply a one-percenter.
Why are we saying this?
Of a more privileged variety. The life kind.
What?
Perchance.
You can't just say perchance. That's it, you're getting it!
If you're a fan of a really big artist, chances are you're probably stuck with a really cringy fan base name. Whether it's something the artist came up with or something the fans came up with, some of them are really bad. So let's go through all of them to see if any of them are actually okay. We'll start with the big one. We got Swifties, which honestly, I'm just so neutral on. Because if I'm being real, it's kind of boring. It's just Taylor's last name and that's it. And let me clarify something right now. I didn't do any research to see if these fandom names have like deeper meanings or some bullshit. And I'm a fan of all of these artists that we're gonna talk about. So just on the surface, my opinion still stands. Like Taylor or the fans could have been a bit more creative here. I would say it's a mid name. It's not bad, but it's not that good. Next we have Arianators, which sounds like a fucking Doofenshmirtz invention. It just sounds so goofy. And from what I know, I'm pretty sure Ariana doesn't like this name either. I feel like they could have just gone the Swiftie route. Like maybe something like Grandies or I don't know, fucking Venties. This is a bad name, people. I know a lot of Ariana stans. Not once have I heard them call themselves this. Charlie Puth fans are called Puthinators, which, again, Doofenshmirtz. It also sounds like Poopinators. If we declare Charlie Puth should be a bigger artist, then he's got to do something about that name, bruh. It is bad. Oh, here's another big one. We have Beliebers, a name which originated in the Believe era, because before, I'm pretty sure Justin didn't have a fandom name. People just said they had Bieber fever, which I actually do like. I think it's cool. It's just not a fandom name. And then we got Beliebers, which I don't know if that was Justin's idea or the fans' idea, but it is a good name. I think it's very clever. It sounds like it actually had some thought behind it. And I cannot imagine Justin Bieber fans being called anything else, so I'll put it in peak. One Direction fans are called Directioners, and I have just never liked this one. It's kind of like Swifties in a way. They're just taking the second part of the name and personifying it. But in this case, it's worse because Directioner is just so awkward sounding. It just looks and sounds unnatural. At least Swiftie kind of rolls off the tongue nicely. Honestly, I would say this is a bad name. I've never liked this one. Next, we have Marshmello, and Marshmello's fans are called Marshmallows. What? It's like, why even bother, bro? You couldn't be bothered to try something a little bit different. Next, we have Selena Gomez. Her fans are called Selenators? Selenators? Selenators. Whatever. This name just sounds like Selena haters. Also, this is like the third name we've seen where it's just the artist name and Ader after it. Like, how fucking lazy can you be? This is also a bad name. It might be worse than these two just because it sounds like you're a Selena hater. Lady Gaga's fans are called Little Monsters, and that is kind of cute. I'm assuming it's in reference to her Fame Monster album, which, in my opinion, is still her best. Yeah, it's kind of like Justin Bieber's Believe album in that situation. While it's not as creative as Beliebers, I'd still say it's a great name. At least it's not like Lady Gaga-nator. Katy Perry's fans are called Katy Cats, and that is actually really good. Katy Cat, Kitty Cat. I mean, come on, it's great. I'm not sure where the cat reference is from because I don't know much about Katy Perry, so I don't know if she's like this big cat person. But just from the clever wordplay, I'll say it's a great name. I think it's cute. Lizzo's fans are called Lesbians. No joke. And when I looked up what her fans were called for this video, it told me that the reason Lizzo calls her fans lesbians is because most of her fan base is gay. Most of them are LGBTQ+, which, I mean, hey, if you got the data, then run with it. I think it's fun. I mean, that's got to go in peak, dude. Fuck it. I think it's so funny. And the last one we'll talk about is the Beyhive, which I've always just loved that name. Obviously, it's a play off of Beehive. It just like perfectly encapsulates the fandom. Literally, it unifies them. It's just like Beliebers. Like, I can't really think of a better name for Beyonce fans. I think it's going in peak. Whoever came up with that, great job. And the crazy thing is, we haven't even talked about any of the K-pop fandoms yet.
I'm gonna go out swinging, toy soldiers dipping, that's fun size bars, slipping slides, fart noises, chicken stop.
I'm as human as anyone. I love, I get scared. I wake up every morning and despite not knowing what to do, I put one foot in front of the other and I try to make the best choices I can. I screw up all the time, but that is being human.
Cause he knows it's all worthwhile. He told me, let the children lose it. Let the children use it. Let all the children boogie.
Okay, that filled the quota. I really do not know what else to say. Hope to God this works and I actually remember that shit to change it very often, given how kind of grow my hair out before cutting it during the summer. Anyways, thanks for that.
A loaf of bread, a container of milk, and a stick of butter. A loaf of milk, a container of bread, and a Joe Dirt DVD.
It's about time that I find a diamond. It's about time that I mine a diamond. It's about time that I find a diamond. Hope the diamond doesn't mind when I mine it. Diamond, diamond, I'll mine the diamond. Diamond, diamond, if I could find one. Diamond, diamond, I'll mine the diamond. Hope the diamond doesn't mind when I mine it. What would you do with the diamonds? Put them on a stick. How would you do that to diamonds? To make a diamond pick. How will you fuse all the diamonds? Put them on a table in a certain pattern, depending on the item that I want to make. A table! Click diamond items get made. With a table! The diamond pick action is K. Hey, what kind of table is that? It's a table of crafting. It's how we are crafting. But how's it been diamond? Cause that's what it has to do. So I can forge the most ultimate tool. It's about time that I find a diamond. It's about time that I mine a diamond. It's about time that I find a diamond. Hope the diamond doesn't mind when I mine it. It's about time that I find a diamond. It's about time that I mine a diamond. It's about time that I find a diamond. Hope the diamond doesn't mind when I mine it. To the rock, cut the block after block, and I finally find what I'm destined to mine. I raise up my pickaxe and I'm one more time. As soon as I make sure it's good with the diamond. Diamond, would you mind if I mind you? Diamond, answer me or I'll thank you. Don't mind my pickaxe running through you. I hear no objection, time to get to mining. Mining, I mine the diamond. Mining, mining, I mine the diamond. Mining, mining, my pickaxe broke. No matter, I'll mine the diamond with my hand, my hand. I'll mine the diamond with my hand, my hand. I'll mine the diamond with my hand, my hand. I'll mine the diamond with my hand. Dude, you can't mine diamond with your hands. Yeah, we'll see about that. Where'd it go? You have to use a pickaxe or it disappears. Oh, no! Now I gotta find another one.
死にてえやつだけかかってこい
You motherfucker! Get back here!
I win!
Get back here! No! I know for a fact that footstool wasn't intentional.
I was just trying to jump across.
Is it the strawberry corn? Freeze! Gosh! Motherfucker, run! Freeze! Raider! I think he's right behind me, Raider! Raider, please stop! Raider, you're running a little too fast! Oh my god, Raider! He's right behind me! Oh my god, Raider! Freeze! Oh my god, Raider. Okay, I think we lost it.
Who do we have today? You're gonna love this one. She's very popular. A woman. Oh well. Let's see. Is that Hatsune Miku?
I heard you clowns were talking
Stu, how did you even... I found her in our Wi-Fi. It's very simple. I'm sure you've heard the song. We have Wi-Fi? What's the password? What the fuck? The password? Oh yeah, it's Ladiesman217. Is that a Transformer reference? Maybe. Godzilla? And Miku? What is this, a Fortnite event? It's funny you should say that.
Sonic, could I borrow your homework? I need it for Mario Kart. Okay, Mario, but change the answers a bit so it doesn't look obvious. Okie dokie. Yahoo! We invented something revolutionary! Wait, is that my... Wait, I did... Mario Kart World, coming June 5th! He won it! Damn it, Mario! I said don't make it look obvious, you motherfucker! Okay, so maybe I overreacted to Mario for making the new Mario Kart World things look obvious. Even including my vehicle transformations and Forza's Rewind feature. I'm sure he meant well. He just sucks at making it look original. But it can't be that bad. Bait used to be believable. Introducing our brand new original free roam mode! Oh, the free roam looks pretty cool. Reminds me of Burnout Paradise. The danger! Check out this new trick we can do! Woohoo! Alright, that's fucking it. You really are copying it one-to-one to get that A+, you fat-ass pasta-loving mother bitch! Oh, hey, Sonic. Oh, Mamma Mia, what's happening to you? I told you to not make the stuff you copy from me look obvious. Well, yeah, but... Then I catch you taking ideas from other franchises thinking you're slick. And now you want to claim like you made everything so original when you didn't! Please, not like people can tell the difference. Oh, really, fat boy? Now you're stealing my mid-air stunts, anti-grav from Crash Nitro Kart, and more open roam from Crash Team Racing Nitro Fueled. Also, guess whose price is cheaper on all consoles? I'm more justified. $80 my ass. You're talking big for someone in Mario Finale distance who thinks they invented rail grinding and wall running. Guess when you don't mention parkour runners, skateboarders, and soap shoes, it works to your benefit, huh? I made them popular, therefore I'm synonymous with them. Don't make my eyes go blue! Did I make party games popular? I let you copy Mario Party with Sonic Shuffle in the Secret Rings party mode? Not you talking like you didn't steal Mario Kart with your All-Stars Racing, that thing from the Death Star, and Super Sonic started from Super Saiyan! Unfortunately for you, no one minds the last two. That sounds like a you problem. And don't forget Lost World. Ain't no damn way you brought that up. The game's aesthetic was your idea. Okay, fine. You got a point there. Alright, listen up then, possibly. Do me a favor. You wanna make Mario Kart World look like it's worth $80? Better include every single past course in there as free DLC. That includes the battle maps as well. Well, we don't plan to. And if you're not gonna do that, drop the price. $60. Then I'll cut you some slack. Stop being anti-consumer. I stand up for the oppressed. You're nearly testing my patience, Hedgehog. But that sounds like a good idea. Good. Extra content and the base game price is $120 with future costumes costing $4.99 each pack. You wouldn't! That's highway robbery! The next thing I'll steal might be, Gran Turismo's realistic gear shifting and split seconds live track destruction. We'll make a bonsai build a shorter chunk of the track. Damn it, Mario! How dare you! I may be bad at making Mario Kart World look original, but at least I'm good at actually making games that look and feel fun. Good luck to you this year, Sonic. Wahoo, motherfucker. That'll teach you something, you greedy, self-centered little bastard. And now, if you don't mind, I got a couple of Nicktoons I gotta recruit. Sonic, something important just came up now, and I think we have to tell you this now. What's up, Bazooka-san? We raised Crossroads price. What? Yeah, the physical is $70 and the digital is $90 now. You made the digital price higher than Mario Kart? What did we just say, Izuka? We're trying to prove a point. I just punted Mario's ass to next month. What is wrong with you? Look, we thought about it and we all thought it was a good move. I mean, Nintendo was already raising the price pretty big. We might as well go ahead and follow suit in a little bit of a way. So I thought, hey, let's actually raise the price to about $70 and $90. And we thought it was a good idea. Everyone on the board was on board with this whole thing. I mean, come on, can you really blame us? I mean, come on, Sonic, we got SpongeBob. Ah, you had one job, Izuka. One job! This is why I'm always in the shitter with y'all, and I've been the butt of jokes within the gaming community for 20 years! I swear you higher-ups at Sega really get under my skin! Sonic, please, let's just talk about this. No, shut up! We've been taunting them so much for the past few months. The only, I repeat, the only racing game to play crossplay on with multiple characters, and it was not gonna cost $80! It was gonna be the best trolling gaming this decade! We were this close to perfection and peak, and y'all mess it up in the last second, and Zuko, what the actual
Level 1, Limbo. The first level isn't really considerable hell. It's basically Earth, but you can't die, with the only punishment being the knowledge that the current state they're in will be the same for eternity. Dante himself defined it as the place where instead of screaming, there is sighing. It's where unbaptized babies go, and where righteous people who were born before Christ reside, such as Plato and Socrates. Some people actually went from the limbo level to heaven when Jesus died on the cross, since he came down to the limbo and brought them with him. However, they're mostly Old Testament figures like Adam, Abel, Noah, Moses, etc. Julius Caesar is also in the limbo, since Dante was a big fan of ancient Rome, even though he couldn't put him into heaven because he was born before Christ. Minos. Before the first actual level of hell, there is Minos, which is a figure from ancient Greek mythology that judges where people need to go in the underworld based on their actions. Whenever someone comes into contact with him, they can't help but tell the truth. Level 2. Lust. This is where people who've committed sexual sins go, and it's the most used temptation by the devils to bring people into hell. Here we can find great winds, strong like a hurricane, with people who get pushed back and forth constantly without the opportunity of getting some rest. In Dante's Divine Comedy, there is a principle called contrapasso, which means that the punishments of souls need to be done by a process either resembling or contrasting with the sin itself. For this exact reason, people who lived blown about by the passions of love now have to be blown about by actual winds. Some famous figures are found in this layer, such as Dido, Paris, and Cleopatra, who isn't in hell just because she was lustful, but also because she was an enemy of Rome. Level 3. Gluttony. In Level 3, there is a constant pouring of a mixture of rain, sleet, snow, and hail, with people constantly being pelted with ice. It's here that we can also find Cerberus, the three-headed dog from Greek mythology, who runs around and shreds people to pieces. But since they can't die, they either just regenerate and stay in a loop of suffering for eternity, or just lay there forever. This punishment is because, according to the principle of contrapasso, those who always ate are now being eaten. Most of the people here are laying down and playing dead so Cerberus doesn't get to them, and when it tried to go for Dante, Virgil, who is his guide, threw dirt in its 3 mouths, distracting it. It's at this level that we learn that on Judgment Day, everyone's soul will be reunited with their body and be in a state of perfection. But while perfection sounds good in heaven, in hell, it means perfect suffering. Level 4. Greed. When they first enter Level 4, they see a sea of people constantly running into each other like waves and beating each other with big money bags. In between them, Dante sees some bald people who were commonly friars, so he asks Virgil if they're members of the church. Virgil says that half of them are indeed members of the church, and the other half are just people who fought to hoard wealth on earth. They are now forced to literally fight for nothing, just as they fought for useless earthly wealth. We also can't find recognizable famous figures here, because their faces have been so disfigured from hundreds of years of fighting that they're unrecognizable. Level 5. Wrath. This one isn't to be confused with violence, as it's just for people who were mean and angry all the time. There is a sea of mud with people constantly trying to push each other down to come out on top, and there are bubbles coming up from the mud, which are actually coming from people underneath screaming and crying. The sullen can also be found in this level, and they lie beneath the sea, eternally gurgling their lamentations. This level has the river Styx, which is also filled with people, and Dante and Virgil take Phlegyas' boat, who is a Greek mythology character that acts as the boatman that takes souls from the 5th layer to the lower circles of hell. While they're getting nearer to their destination, Dante sees a red light, which is the city of Dis. The city of Dis encompasses the 6th through the 9th circles of hell, and it's characterized by its fortified walls and fiery landscape. So, from now on, every level is going to be in the city of Dis. When they get to the gates, some fallen angels appear and tell Dante that he isn't dead yet, and he isn't supposed to go there, so they lock the gates even though Virgil tried to explain that they're on a mission from God. Furthermore, the 3 Furies come out from the pillars of the gate, covered in blood and snakes, and begin yelling for Medusa, forcing Dante and Virgil to cover their eyes to not become stones and stay there forever. As things are getting bad, an actual heavenly angel comes down from heaven with a huge roar and starts walking across the river Styx. As he's walking, the sea of souls gets pushed to the sides to make room for it. The angel then arrives at the gates, touches them, and they instantly open, revealing the fallen angels hiding cowardly behind them. The angel warns them that Dante and Virgil are really on a mission from God, and that if they were to hinder their journey, they would suffer greatly. Level 6. Heresy. This is the first layer where people are actively sinning against someone else. So from here on, they get active torture and suffering instead of just misery. As they reach level 6, where the heretics reside, they see tombs cut out of rock laid along each other, where people are laying down, constantly being stoked with flames. There are fallen angel guards who make sure everybody's lying down and properly suffering. We can also find King Frederick II here, since he was in the opposite faction of Dante's when there was a war between the Pope and the Emperor. Level 7. Violence. The 7th level is divided into 3 parts. The outer ring for violence against others, the middle ring for violence against themselves, and the inner ring for violence against God. In the first part, the outer ring, we find the river Phlegethon, made of boiling blood, where people are forced to burn for eternity by the centaurs, who guard it and make sure no one gets out. Alexander the Great is here, since he killed a lot of people, and we learn that the river gets deeper the closer the souls are to the middle, with some people being completely buried, and some being able to take their heads out and breathe. In the second part, the middle ring, there's a dark forest filled with dead trees and harpies, which are human-bird amalgamations, flying back and forth. Dante hears lots of screaming, but he can't see anybody, so Virgil tells him to pull off a branch from a tree. When he does so, blood comes out of the tree and it starts screaming. That's because the trees are actually people who committed unalivement, and since they wanted to get rid of their bodies, now they have to spend eternity in something that is not their body. These tree people grow fruits, which are part of their bodies that get eaten by the harpies, causing them great pain. When Judgment Day comes, these trees will have their lifeless bodies hanging from them, making them remember what they have done forever. In the third part, the inner ring, there's a sand pit full of naked people who are screaming the most out of every level yet. That's because there are pieces of fire falling down on the sand, making it scorching hot. Also, if one of the souls gets tired of walking on boiling sand for eternity and it lays down, they would have to stay in that position for 100 years, exposing more of their bodies to the burns. In this layer, we can find Capaneus, who's a giant that's laying there and laughing while saying it isn't that bad. He's doing this because he doesn't want to let the Roman god Jove, who killed him, know that he's suffering. We can also see people who stare at purses all the time, and they're the usurers, those who gave out loans with high interest rates, because they defy God's law that each effort gives a result, since they made no efforts and got lots of results. Level 8, Fraud. Level 8 is divided into 10 trenches called Bolgias, where people who made different kinds of frauds are. The first Bolgia is for those who betrayed love. For example, we can find a guy who sold his sister to a lustful man. They are forced to run from one end of the trench to the other, as devils whip them if they go too slow. The second Bolgia is for the deceptive speakers, those who lied to get what they wanted, and it consists of a giant pitfall of poop. The idea is that those who behest now are full of BS, always fighting and trying to push each other down. In the third Bolgia, we can find the simoniacs, those who sold sacred goods, like holy sacraments or passes to get one's familiars out of purgatory for cash. Dante put them in here because, back then, it was a huge problem in the church, with leaders selling pardons. The ground and bottom of the Bolgia are on fire, and there are random hot coals that shoot up with flames. The only way to avoid them is to get into holes in the ground, but since they only cover the top part of the body, the feet stay up and get burned. Here we can find Pope Nicholas III, who Dante thought started the trend of getting paid for pardons. The Pope says to Dante that whenever the next Pope comes to take his place, he needs to dig deeper underground to leave room for the successor. The fourth Bolgia is for sorcerers and seers, basically witches, and the only punishment they have is that their heads are twisted backwards, so they have to walk backwards for the rest of eternity. In the fifth Bolgia, the Barators are found, which are people who exchange money for political favors and corruption. They are in a pot of boiling tar, with devils keeping them in with rods. The sixth Bolgia, for the hypocrites, is composed
years later. 6.5 hours later. A few inches later. Day 2, Day 3, Day 4. A few moments later. 1 eternity later. 3 days later. 12 seconds later. 3:28 a.m. 3 weeks later. Many months later.
So much later that the old narrator got tired of waiting and they had to hire a new one.
Tomorrow for sure. Eventually, 12 o'clock midnight. 1 hour later. 2 hours later. 3 hours later.
Can you move it along?
I'm all out of time cards.
Meanwhile, 2 hours later, 8:01 p.m. the next day. Later, 20 minutes later, 6 hours later, several bad puns later.
70 years later.
Meanwhile, 6 hours later, later that same evening, several days later, 6 months later, 2 hours later, 4 to 6 weeks later, 1 minute 37 seconds later, 1 debt to society later, 1 pair of pants later, 8 hours later, 298 frozen patties later, 3 hours later, epilogue the next day. Meanwhile, at the Krusty Krab, 10 seconds later, 346 minutes later, much later, 3 days later, opening night later, 3,000 years later, 1 week later, 7:59 a.m. 3 weeks later, 3 days later, 2 hours later, 48 hours later, 8 hours later, the following Thursday, 5 minutes later, 24 hours later, much later, much later, 7 hours later, epilogue, several song-filled hours later, a few minutes later, a little longer than a few minutes later, 2 hours later, 3 days later. 15 minutes later, several months later, thousands of tears later, 16 paranoia-filled days later, 2 hours later, much later. Yesterday, many hours later, 75 years later, 2 hours later, 1 extremely annoying shift later, 2 very boring minutes later, 3 hours later, 1 winner later, the following day, meanwhile, later, just then. What follows is a brief construction montage. We hope you enjoyed this brief construction montage. Meanwhile, back in the lowlands, 1 frozen wasteland later, 1 hour later, 5 hours later, 2 days later, later, in the void. Approximately 10 hours later, early the next morning, 1 shift later, 2 weeks later, 11 minutes later, 5 minutes later, a lot of boring math later, 24 hours later, 1 week later, 1 long angry line later, 72 hours later, 2 hours later. Just then, by sheer coincidence, the next morning, montage. The next morning, many tic-tacs later, flashback, end of flashback. The very next evening, 1 hour later. The next day, later, 4 to 6 days later, 4 to 6 more days later. The next morning, moments later, more moments later, 1 semester later, graduation day.
1 hour later!
5 minutes later.
80,000 impressions later.
Would you please stop imitating me? It is starting to get very annoying. 3,000 whoop-whoos later. Soon after. Later. Moments later. The next morning. Many unbearable hours later. 82 kilometers later. A little later. 3 hours later. 1 season later. Many secret patties later. Moments later. 1 nap later. 1 very long digestive tract later. 6 months later. 1 pathetic sob story later. Later. Many minutes later. 3 hours later. The next morning. 1 shift later. The next day. The next morning. Later. The next... The next morning. Later that night. The next day. 1 weekend of pampering later. 1 hour later. Late again. You get the idea. 8 semesters later. 5,000 celebrities later.
6 months later!
Meanwhile, 1 little boost to the surface later.
A few minutes later. 1 hour later. 5 million years later.
The next morning. Later that night. The next evening. 1 operation later. 1 million, zillion, jillion, dillion, cotillion times later. Meanwhile, the next morning. Later. 1 hour later. 7 months later. The next Christmas. Several long days later. Many toys later. 12 sleepless hours later. 1 beautiful Christmas morning later. next morning. The next morning, many frame building attempts later, even more boat building attempts later, 1 day later, one humongous meal later, one entree later, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, several bouquets later, 10 hours later.
In front of your house, I'm taking your staircase like Ed, and Eddie.
Just eat an entire bed. You can't have shit in the truck.
Bro, I've seen that house. All right, fellas. Theoretically, you get one airstrike.
Why do you always say theoretically and it's not at all theoretical?
Theoretically, you get one airstrike per year anywhere of your.
Yeah, what about? He's not even done with the question yet. You can't just say Detroit.
It wouldn't look any different.
Nigger.